I wish the elites in Washington, D.C. would take a page out of the Iowa playbook. Two different sets of rules depending on whether you're a member in good standing of elite society or not. These elites are not enacting an agenda to represent us, like our elites have done with the Chinese Communist Party for more than a generation. China's been empowered by elites in our own country for decades.
So he is, just the facts here, an elite. And these, I mean, frankly, if you're going to run against Donald Trump and Joe Biden, you're the elite, Ron. I mean, what is he doing?
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and like two tarantulas in a fishbowl, the Trump versus DeSantis sideshow is in the news again. David Jolly, former GOP representative, didn't pull any punches talking about Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis on an episode with Nicole Wallace on MSNBC recently.
Says the Yale Harvard grad, who also suggested that for those of us who go back 5 or 6 generations in the state of Florida, we did not have pride until Ron DeSantis brought his leadership to us. He is a model of elitism. But look, he is a fragile person, and the country's going to get to see that.
Jolly left the GOP in 2018 in protest of Trump. Last month, he said he was considering leaving Florida with his family because of the extremist policies that DeSantis has signed into law.
And among some conservative never-Trumpers, there's been this debate this week, and I believe Ron DeSantis to be a greater threat than Donald Trump. And I don't say that as a quip. Here's why. I think that Donald Trump is a brutish transactional politician who will walk into a room, try to crush the Constitution, likely fail, and be stopped by the courts. It leads to violence. He is a unique danger himself. But in Ron DeSantis, you have somebody who bears the same fragile vanities of Donald Trump, the paranoia and the executive abuse of Richard Nixon, a view of religion and church and state like Pat Robertson, and the discrete methodologies of Attorney General Bill Barr.
The panel brought up legitimate points in their discussion over who is the most dangerous between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. Not who has the better economic policies that will help struggling families, but who is the most dangerous. Do GOP presidential candidates need to come with a danger disclaimer nowadays? When has it become okay to normalize monsters like Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis? Jolly's assessment on Trump is that the orange loser could try to topple the nation in a single day. But with Ron DeSantis, you have someone who will do it in 1,000 cuts. Those 1,000 cuts include bringing and ripping our culture backwards.
Donald Trump, you have somebody that could try to topple the nation in a single day. And Ron DeSantis, you have someone who will do it by 1,000 cuts. And those 1,000 cuts include bringing and ripping our culture backwards 100 years to a pre-civil rights era, normalizing a view of race and gender and progressive ideologies and the LGBT issues that we continue to try to mainstream in the United States. Ron DeSantis stands in the way of a culture moving forward. It's a real debate. They are equally dangerous, as you say, two tarantulas in a fishbowl, but each of them present a real danger to the future of the country, in my opinion.
The consensus was that DeSantis is a smarter version of Donald Trump, yet just as cruel, if not worse. Neither would be good for education. Donald Trump wants to bring back unaccredited colleges that targeted low-income populations with the promise of a free laptop and a pile of debt, but no jobs. DeSantis is busy banning books and attacking the woke ideology and vows to destroy leftism if he's elected. Neither one is the sharpest tool in the shed, but DeSantis would be like hiring a fox to do hen-house security. Jolly pressed the point that in Ron DeSantis, you have someone who has the same insecure ego issues like Donald Trump. He mentioned that paranoia and compared DeSantis to Richard Nixon mixed with the view of religion and church and state, like TV preacher Pat Robertson, and the discrete methodologies of Attorney General Bill Barr. The assessment is spot on. Neither one of the two GOP presidential candidates are fit to lead the American people. Their policies would take this nation backwards, and that's simply not an option. It's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.